Frank, it was a great joy and delight and honor to have you here. All the participants of your lecture, they're amazed from the level of your teaching, the level of your knowledge, and I really hope that these first 2 days we are in Greece were very nice for you.
Well, I've been looking forward to being here, as I hope you know, because of our relationship and how long we've known you, and time in Seattle and Scottsdale and what you've done here. And I have to admit, for just flying and then speaking the next 2 days, the energy of the group was so positive. And I'm actually finished and I'm still energized today. So it's been very fun. It's been a great group of people. I love the group of people and the interaction, and I'm looking forward to the time off here and next week, and then when we're back. Yeah.
So, Frank, I would really appreciate it if you can answer to a couple of questions I have, and I know many dentists are very interested in this subject. You are in the forefront of dental education. You are one of the most knowledgeable dentists and teachers in the world today. What is the future of dentistry technologically now that we enter the 21st century? What is your opinion?
The future of dentistry technologically, my prediction is going to be, at least in the United States, my guess is that CAD/CAM technology is going to grow dramatically in the next 10 years. I'll be surprised if half the dentists in the United States don't have some CAD/CAM within their office within 10 years. And I also think that the systems that can both scan to replace impression material and also do chairside milling will probably be the systems that are the most popular. I think the technology of producing the models instead of traditional impressions and stone models, I think the printing of the models will get better and better. I think that's still a weak link right now in current technology, is even though you may be able to make an optical impression, the model you get from it doesn't match the quality of a good stone model. And I think that even in the commercial laboratory setting, more and more and more of the technology will be CAD/CAM technology with some sort of layering. Less and less will be traditional hand-built ceramics. And then in tooth replacement, I think the big leap in technology will be transplanting roots in the next 15 to 20 years that are grown artificially, much like the Scandinavians have done auto transplantation for 40 years. We'll be using roots that are genetically engineered and grown. We'll still have to place the restorations on them. So I think that those will be the big changes. I honestly think 20 years from now, I'm not sure that titanium implants will be nearly as important as they are right now.
We all know that the whole world is in an economic crisis, and from what we see, businesses are closing, unemployment rises, and many young dentists and older dentists, they're very much afraid, and they don't invest in continuing education and the pursuit of excellence because they believe that people don't need excellence. What young or older dentists should do now?
It's interesting, as I said over these past couple of days to the students, if your practice has 1,000 patients, there's no question that a third of those patients might be profoundly affected by the economy. But that means that maybe 2/3 haven't been profoundly affected, and certainly there's a percentage that hasn't been affected at all. And I think the danger of losing the focus on excellence is now we drop into a muck of mediocrity where we no longer separate ourselves. And as somebody who happens to be very much into automobiles and vintage automobiles, the interesting thing is the vintage automobile market is skyrocketing right now. And the values for vintage automobiles is just going up and up and up.
So the value of excellent dentistry
is going up and up. It's the same. the second you compromise and become like the average, where's your uniqueness anymore? Where's your value? There's always going to be patients, in my opinion, that want a Mercedes or a Ferrari or whatever it is, and I would like to be the dentist who those patients want to go to.
Absolutely.
That doesn't mean that I don't recognize that there's a lot of patients who can't afford that, and that those patients need good care, but I'm also aware there are a lot of dentists in the world available to provide that care. And so for myself, I've chosen to say what's exciting for me in dentistry is to do excellent dentistry. And I believe even in this economy and in the future, there's always a role for excellent dentistry. And that's been my experience. That is certainly the experience I have found with our students all over the world. I mean, we have students in some of the smallest towns in the United States that are incredibly successful because they produce excellence, and the patients in that town know that that's the person you go to. And so that's just part of the core of who I am. So I don't see myself changing from that.
And always excellent will be the road less traveled, huh?
I believe that, yes.
And that makes all the difference.
Yes, the uniqueness.
The uniqueness. Frank, you're coming here. It was a very difficult event, gathering the finest dentists in Greece to hear you. And I have to thank Mr. Stathis Grilis of Avent Dental that organized this event in these difficult economic times. And it was an excellent organization, as you saw, and everybody's happy. And so we have to thank these people from the dental industry. And I always believe that our dental world should be always on a win-win situation. The patients win with excellent dentistry, the dentists, and the dental companies. We should always strive for excellence. It's a win-win.
No, I couldn't agree more. I mean, we can't do the level of education that we try and do without some support from industry. And what I appreciate is industry that supports without trying to control.
Absolutely.
And that's certainly my impression of Stathis.
Yes, there's no control, absolutely. Yeah. This is what I've told him also in my seminars. I will teach whatever I use in my office.
Right.
Frank, I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and on behalf of all the Greek dentists for what you have done, you are doing, and you are going to do, and for your trip to Greece. And I hope that this will not be the last time.
Well, I'm sure it won't be the last time, and it's been my pleasure to be here. I'm glad it all worked out for us after all the years of planning. So.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.